Hello everyone, and welcome to an extraordinary journey into the world of Dionea machipula, more commonly known as the Venus Flytrap. As Charles Darwin himself proclaimed, it's truly one of the most wonderful plants in the world. Today, we'll peel back the layers to understand its fascinating mechanics, explore the dazzling array of cultivars, and dive into the art of cultivating these green predators. Let's start with a mind-blowing fact: the Venus Flytrap isn't just reflexive, it actually calculates. It has a built-in 20-second rule to prevent wasting precious energy on false alarms like raindrops or falling debris. Here's how it works: the first touch on a trigger hair puts the trap into ready mode, but there's no immediate movement. A second touch, however, must occur within approximately 20 seconds. This confirms that there's actual, live prey. This incredible mechanism relies on a molecular sensor called the DMMSL10 ion channel. When a trigger hair bends, it activates this channel, converting touch into an electrical signal, a calcium wave, that travels across the leaf, essentially functioning as a primitive nervous system. How cool is that? And once that second touch happens, prepare to be amazed. This trap closes faster than a blink, typically in less than 0.1 seconds. This movement isn't muscular, it's hydraulic. It's all about tension and release, a phenomenon known as hydroelastic instability. When triggered, the cells rapidly shift water pressure through osmosis, causing the leaf's geometry to instantly flip from a convex, open state to a concave, closed state, snapping shut. Now, here's a clever detail: the initial snap forms a loose cage. Smaller, low-calorie insects can actually escape through the teeth. This saves the plant from wasting valuable digestive energy on a meal that simply isn't worth the effort. It's all about efficiency. So, what happens after the catch? Welcome to the digestion cycle, the life of the green stomach. The plant needs to eat bugs primarily for nitrogen and phosphorus, nutrients that are almost entirely missing from its native bog soil. The process begins with a snap: the trap is open and ready. Once prey is caught, its struggle against the trap stimulates it to seal airtight. Then, the plant floods the chamber with powerful enzymes, like chitinase, effectively dissolving the insect into a nutrient-rich soup. After digestion, the trap reopens, and any indigestible waste is expelled, resetting for its next meal. But digestion is costly. A single trap has a lifespan of only about 3 to 4 closures. If the prey is too small, the energy cost outweighs the nutritional gain. And ironically, if the prey is too large, the trap can actually rot. Now, you might think, a Venus flytrap is a Venus flytrap, but there's a fascinating world of diversity within a single species. While there's only one species, Dionea machipula, the last decade has seen an explosion of unique varieties through tissue culture, essentially cloning. Breeders isolate specific mutations to create stable cultivars. It's important to note the difference: a registered cultivar, like Acai Ryu, is officially recognized. Generic plants you find at a garden center are usually unregistered clones. We see 3 main types of variations: gigantism, where traps are significantly enlarged; pigmentation, leading to enhanced coloration; and structural mutations, which alter the plant's morphology in striking ways. Let's meet some of these aesthetic cultivars, often named with a flair that matches their unique appearance. First up, we have B52, affectionately known as the Titan. This cultivar is celebrated for its incredible vigor and immense size, with traps that can easily exceed 5 centimeters or 2 inches. Then there's Acai Ryu, which translates to red dragon, truly the ruby of the flytrap world. It's specifically bred for its deep burgundy coloration, which amazingly persists even in lower light conditions. And finally, Justina Davis, or the pure. This is a fascinating anthocyanin-free mutation, meaning it remains a pure, vibrant green, never developing the red pigments seen in most other flytraps. Each one is a miniature work of art. Beyond just color and size, some breeders push the boundaries even further, creating the mutants. Here, the focus often shifts to form over function. These structural mutations are visually striking, but they're often less efficient at catching prey. Take wacky traps, for example, with their zigzag, serrated edges that sometimes struggle to seal properly. Then there's mirror, which grows secondary cups on the back of its trap wings, a truly unique look. Alien cultivars feature elongated, arched traps with webbed teeth, giving them an almost extraterrestrial appearance. And finally, coquillage, named after the French word for seashell, has thick lips instead of teeth, resembling a clam shell. They might not be the best hunters, but they certainly are conversation starters. Now, let's talk about the absolute number one factor for a healthy Venus flytrap light. Think of your flytrap as a solar battery. The most common mistake people make is treating it like a shade-loving houseplant. It absolutely requires full, direct sun. Our golden rule is this: a minimum of 6 hours of direct outdoor sun daily. Indoor windowsills, unfortunately, are rarely sufficient because glass filters out crucial UV light. If you must grow them indoors, high-intensity grow lights are mandatory. Watch out for warning signs. A lack of light leads to etiolation, characterized by wide, floppy leaves and tiny, weak green traps. Give them sun, and they will thrive. To truly succeed with Venus flytraps, you need to mimic their native bog environment. Let's look at the recipe card for water and soil. First, water is critical. It must have low total dissolved solids, or TDS. That means you should always use distilled water, reverse osmosis water, or rainwater. Absolutely avoid tap water, bottled spring water, or mineral water. Why? The dissolved minerals in these sources will burn the roots and ultimately kill your plant. Second, for the method, we recommend the tray method. Keep the pot sitting in about 1 inch of water during the growing season. Never let the soil dry out. And finally, for the soil mix, a simple 50% peat moss and 50% perlite or silica sand will do the trick. The most important warning here: never, ever use Miracle-Gro or standard potting soil, as they contain fertilizers and minerals that are toxic to these plants. Understanding the Venus flytrap's yearly cycle is crucial for its long-term survival. Dionea is a temperate plant, not tropical, meaning it absolutely requires a cold rest period, or winter sleep. To go dormant, they need temperatures between 35 and 50 degrees Fahrenheit, or 2 to 10 degrees Celsius, for about 3 to 4 months. If you're in growing zones 7 to 8, you can often leave them outdoors. For colder zones, the popular fridge method works wonderfully. Simply place a damp, bagged plant in your refrigerator's vegetable crisper for the winter. This yearly cycle typically involves spring growth and flowering from March to June, followed by the peak trapping season from July to October, before they transition into winter dormancy from November to February. Respecting this natural rhythm is key. Just like any plant parent, you'll need to learn to read the signals your flytrap sends. Let's look at some common symptoms and their solutions. If a trap is turning black, it's often normal turnover, or perhaps the prey it caught was too large. Just snip it off. General yellowing, however, is a warning sign. This usually indicates mineral burn from bad water or a lack of light. Your action should be to flush the soil thoroughly with distilled water. Finally, if you see a flower stalk appearing, know that this is a huge energy drain for the plant. Unless you're actively trying to breed it, it's best to cut the stalk off. This redirects the plant's vital energy back into producing more traps and healthy growth. It's truly remarkable to consider the tiny kingdom that the Venus flytrap calls home. This iconic plant is endemic to a vanishingly small region, the longleaf pine savannas of North and South Carolina. Specifically, they thrive within a roughly 100-mile radius around Wilmington, North Carolina. Their natural habitat consists of wet, acidic, and nutrient-poor bogs. And here's another fascinating detail: they are fire-dependent. Frequent, low-intensity fires are essential in their ecosystem. These fires clear the forest canopy, ensuring that these low-growing predators get the full sun they desperately need to survive and thrive. It's a delicate balance that highlights the unique nature of their environment. This brings us to a significant issue: the conservation paradox. Venus flytraps are ubiquitous in stores, yet they are rapidly disappearing in the wild. Their conservation status is vulnerable, and sadly, poaching is a felony in North Carolina. The good news is that there's a solution: tissue culture. Almost all retail plants you see today are sustainably cloned in sterile labs. This means you can enjoy these amazing plants without impacting wild populations. Your action here is crucial. Always buy only from reputable nurseries. Never, ever purchase wild collected plants, as this directly contributes to the decline of this incredible species in its natural habitat. Let's clear up some common myths and misconceptions about these intriguing plants. Myth number 1, feed them hamburger meat. Fact: this is fatal. The fat in the meat will rot the trap. Always use live insects only, as their struggle triggers the crucial digestive process. Myth number 2, they are great pest control. Fact: unfortunately, they are inefficient. While they catch some insects, they simply cannot clear an infestation of gnats or flies. Don't rely on them for pest management. And finally, myth number 3, triggering the traps is fun. Fact: this wastes vital energy for the plant. Every closure counts towards that 3 to 4 closure lifespan. So please, don't tease the predator, let it conserve its energy for real meals. So, to wrap up, here are the key takeaways for successfully cultivating these incredible plants. First, sun provide maximum direct light. Second, water use distilled or rainwater only, and always keep their feet wet. Third, soil stick to peat and perlite, and absolutely no fertilizer. Fourth, respect their winter dormancy period. For more in-depth information and to connect with fellow enthusiasts, I highly recommend checking out resources like the International Carnivorous Plant Society, or ICPS, and Flytrap Care. Thank you for joining me on this exploration of the green predator.